The United States version of Sonic the Hedgehog is superior in every way, and should be how we view the character today, and not out of a preference, but due to the fact that Sonic's character was molded and developed more in the US, and the US treated Sonic the Hedgehog in a overall better manner. There is a movement that grew over time that anything that first existed in Japan must be more authentic of a version of such a thing, whether it's anime, manga, video game characters, or whatever. Inspiration of this movement comes from people viewing 90s American culture as a cringy time period that ruined the integrity of a series in pop culture. It began in the 2010s and it's gotten much worse in the 2020s. It all stems from this movement of Americans to diss how things were westernized in the 90s and the 2000s, because fans feel that they were presented a thing that was less authentic, but the truth has always been more complex than that. This idiotic notion, created by over-cynical, pretentious, and above all, pompous fans, was and still is a movement that tries very hard to make American fans feel embarrassed, stupid, immature, and wrong for liking how an anime or a game series is portrayed compared to Japan. Like the overrated hatred of the Fox Box and 4Kids versions of anime in the early 2000s. The truth is that many of these series, including Sonic the Hedgehog, was being created by both Japan and the United States at the same time. Therefore, there is literally nothing more authentic about the Japanese version of Sonic the Hedgehog than the US version. I've said countless times in other videos that Sonic is the same character regardless if something was made in the East or the West. But there are certain differences to the presentation that make the character feel more complete. This was accomplished by the United States, not Japan. Let's begin with the Sonic Bible. Naturally, the Book of Genesis. Sonic 1's box art, the US cover versus the Japan cover. It's all down to preference. But Sonic's US cover is way better. Sonic's face in the US version looks smug, confident, cocky. Sonic looks like a big smartass on the US front cover, like Bart Simpson, for example, the ultimate unstoppable bad boy. This resonated with the grungy, anti-authority movement that was going on in the United States during the late 80s and 90s. Sonic's character was favored more in the US and fits in better in our culture than in Japan, as Sonic actually isn't that popular in the East. He's a little popular there, but Sonic is extremely popular in the US. Americans who are Eastern fanboys can't stand this because people love to make fun of how stupid Americans are. And in fairness, a lot of Americans are dumb as hell, but not in terms of pop culture. America has been responsible for many of the greatest and most entertaining things in the history of the world. So now let's look at the Japan box art for Sonic 1. It's colorful and cool, but fairly bland. Sonic looks overly safe looking, not very dangerous or mysterious. I mean, the face says it all. The US cover is superior because it's making Sonic mean more as a character. The same goes for all the US drawings of Sonic compared to the Japanese drawings. Sonic looks better in all the US versions, not only due to his smug, badass expressions, but even the art is more polished and has a greater detail to it. The next extremely important thing to talk about is the Sonic Archie comics and the Sonic SatAM TV series. Both things only existed in the United States and expand Sonic's lore, his universe, his romance, and show that Sonic is a hero to all the other animals, someone to look up to in the face of tyranny and danger. This is very American, like the superhero. Examples of Spider-Man and Superman come to mind. Millions of Sonic fans grew up in the United States loving the Sat AM cartoon and watching Sonic and Sally Acorn fall in love with one another. It was a memory that lasted and became a memorable part of Sonic's story as a character. But Sonic fans want to act like Sally Acorn isn't important and is just some dumbass American character. Also, the comics gave Sonic more complex storylines that did not exist in the games until the 2000s. This was heavily inspired from the Archie comic books. If you're an American watching this video, do not let people bully you or make you feel like a total idiot if you love the American version of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's time for the bullshit to stop. This quote-unquote problem started happening when the angst of the extreme 90s and 2000s ended. Once that era ended and the 2010s happened, then Sonic's character was now at a crossroads. They could continue the established character the same and have Sonic act like he's a 90s dude, still in a different era, the 2010s. Or they could rearrange his character to make him fit in more with the current trends of the 2010s culture. They chose the shitty decision, a decision that would stab all the Sonic fans who were born in the 90s and 2000s. They changed him, and now Sonic still has a little attitude, but it's watered down. Sonic now is more of a bland corporate mascot, with generic and dull 3D images. The character's charm was mostly destroyed. I guess they felt that Sonic's past image is too dangerous and intense for the modern world and modern sensibilities. No longer is Sonic getting arrested, making smug and angry faces, or making decisions based on a whim, or having games with mild curse words like damn.
Don't let the black creature. Damn, they got away. Leave it to me. I'll chase them down.
Damn, we've been detected.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
Stop being stubborn and think. Well, I guess you're right. You're damn right, Knuckles.
And is no longer being chased by the military with heavy weapons and explosives and etc. A tiny amount of that is still there, but it does not hit the same. And it has nothing to do with being an adult and liking Sonic. It has to do with Sonic losing his flair, the intense and dangerous vibes, and rugged exterior of the Sonic series is mostly gone. We did get to see that stuff make a comeback in the new Sonic 3 movie, with Shadow and stuff, and that's very good. But it took them an embarrassingly long time to get there. Those vibes should have been in the Sonic 1 movie and the Sonic 2 movie, not just the Sonic 3 movie, just because it has Shadow in it. Shadow might be the influence that could save this series. But remember when Sonic was just as tough and intimidating as Shadow was? Yeah, I remember that. In the 2000s, Sonic and Shadow were neck and neck of coolness. And Sonic as a character wasn't acting like a 5-year-old like how he was in the Sonic 1 movie. And the characters didn't all look like they were toddler characters, like in Sonic Colors, Generations, and Sonic Superstars. My message to everyone is, never forget how it used to be. Never forget how it was, because Sega is trying everything they can to try and make Sonic as child-friendly as possible in order to be successful. That's why they're doing this shit, because it's safe and it's an easy solution than to actually work hard and make a Sonic game and TV series that we can be proud of. My name is SuperPat98. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoy me analyzing Sonic the Hedgehog and stuff. Have an amazing week, everybody, and I'll catch all you guys on the flip side.